Oh, we need to make a, add the new committee. You ready, Kathy? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our regular council meeting of January the 11th, 2023. I'd like to welcome everyone here to our new year of 2023. Call the meeting to order. Can we get the approval of the agenda for January the 11th, 2023, regular council meeting? Moved by Councillor O'Grady, second by Councillor Seymour. Discussion? All in favour? Contrary minded, motion passed. And can we get the adoptions of the minutes of the regular council meeting of December 13th, 2022? Moved by Councillor Knoll, second by Councillor Snow. Discussion? All in favour? Contrary minded, motion passed. And can we get the adoption of the special meeting of December 15th, 2022? Moved by Councillor Snow, second by Councillor O'Grady. Discussion? All in favour? Contrary minded, motion passed. Business arising from the minutes. Okay, we move on to number 6, permits and correspondence. 6.1. Councillor Doyle.
I just need a second there because my Dropbox is not uploading to my iPad. I got it on my phone, but it's harder to see.
Excuse me.
Yeah, it won't open. Oh, I got there. Sorry, I apologize. Mine won't open. Make a motion to approve permit listing 10136 to 10139.
Can we get a seconder for that? Second by Councillor O'Grady. Discussion? All in favour? Contrary minded, motion passed. Move on to 6.3, correspondence received and action taken. You can have a look down through there.
I had a question about bullet number 1, 2, 3. Bullet number 3 about Marshall Drive. Is that the project that's already completed on Marshall Drive? That's the completed project.
Oh, yes.
Okay, no, because we're like that was done quite a while ago, and then to have that under correspondence received, I was just a bit confused.
Okay, that's just, I guess, just sign. Yeah, that's just a sign off on the completion certificate,
Oh, okay.
right?
Okay, move on to number 7, committee reports, public works, waste management, and community services.
Oh,
Deputy
sorry, I'm wrong. I was looking, the bullet there is with respect to the, that's the approval to borrow, right?
Yes.
Yes, so that's just the, because once the projects are done, we request approval, but we got to get an approval to borrow from the province. So it took them a while to get those approvals out to us. That has to, then they'll have to go to the bank in order to, before those can be drawn down.
Okay, because I was a bit confused. I didn't know if we were doing something else with
No.
Marshall Drive because
No.
that must be almost finished 2 years.
Oh,
I think.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we've been waiting for a while.
Okay. Thank you.
Deputy Mayor.
Okay, Mr. Mayor, thank you very much. First of all, the minutes are there for councillors to view. If you do have any questions, feel free to, ask, and if I can't answer, I'm sure the town administrator or Ian could answer them. So you can do that. Out of the meeting we had the other day, there's a few motions. There's draft motion, resolve the town of Carbonear issue orders to the following properties. Can I do two of these together, Mr. Town Administrator? 39A Water Street to complete a property cleanup, and also 11 Le Merchant Street, and again, to complete a property cleanup. And I so do move.
And can we get a seconder for that? Second by Councillor Noel. Discussion? All in favor? Contrary-minded, motion passed.
And the next one, Mr. Mayor, is whereas a tender call was advertised and bids received for Adelaide Street Water, Sewer, Storm Street upgrades, 17-MY-CW-22-00030, and whereas the engineering consultant has identified that there is a funding shortfall, and whereas the engineering consultant has verified, excuse me?
Yeah, okay, that's okay. We'll,
We got three people in conflict, that's all we're just.
well, you can go ahead and read out your motion, but before we go ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry. Whereas the engineering consultant has verified that.
Before?
To go.
Okay, well, hold on now. We're taking time out here. For that one there's some people that are in conflict here, some councillors.
that's
So
right.
Councillor Seymour. Anyone else? What about you, Councillor O'Grady?
Just to confirm, that's Adelaide Street Phase 1, correct?
Just from where to where?
Phase one, that's done.
From Valley Road to Crossroads.
Yeah. The reason I got to ask that, with regards to conflict,
Well, you're okay.
no, I got a wife that works on the corner.
On what?
My wife works on the corner of where the Adelaide Street going across Crossroads. She works in a property there.
I don't know.
That's fine, that's okay.
I don't think that's so.
So,
I think you're
I was
okay.
wondering if I'm in
But if you want to
conflict.
ask the question,
yeah, I'm wondering if I'm in conflict here.
okay, so the question has been asked. Is Councillor Seymour, so if someone wants to make a motion that he is or isn't,
I'll make the motion.
motion by Councillor O'Grady that he
He's not in
isn't
conflict?
in conflict. Now, what about you, Councillor Snow, or
I got a sister on the Valley Road.
I haven't,
does it go that far? Yes, it do. Crossroads?
I believe in the past, it was only Councillor Snow.
Yeah, I don't think you finished the
No,
council.
I want to see you get two of them together.
the mark's not on, I don't think.
Well,
here it
you,
is
no,
now.
you got, I don't
Okay,
think.
all right, so the question was asked, so we need a seconder for seconder by Councillor, no.
I second that, Mr. Mayor.
No, Councillor no, I already said it, sorry, Deputy Mayor. I'll get you on the next one.
Fine.
So all in favor?
Aye.
Contrary-minded?
So who moved?
Moved by Councillor O'Grady, seconded by Councillor No. That you are not in conflict, so you're okay.
If you're within.
So this
the
is
area.
phase one, you're saying now, phase one.
Yeah, which goes out, ends where? At Crossroads?
Yeah, this is the actual tender now, like we've
Okay.
already gone through the process for the RFP, so now.
Are you asking, or do you want to declare?
I'll declare that I'm in conflict. I think
Okay.
I've done so in the past.
Which you did.
Yeah, okay, so Councillor Snow is going to vacate because his sister lives in the
I'm
area.
okay if it ends at,
I think he only has to go to the gallery, right? You don't have to.
I think they,
Do when you're discussing a matter, it's only when you're voting on whether or not they are in conflict.
And I apologize by saying I have a wife. I do so, yeah. I apologize to her also if she's watching tonight. But where she works at this property, I wanted to make sure.
I've got you, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, we'll try her again, Mr. Mayor?
Yes, go right ahead, so we're
Okay.
all on the same page.
And I'm going to start over, guys.
Not with the top one, just,
Whereas a tender call was advertised and bids received for Adley Street, water, sewer, storm, street upgrades, 17-MY-CW-22-00030. And whereas the engineering consultant has identified that there is a funding shortfall, and whereas the engineering consultant has verified that the preferred bidder documents are in good order and recommended to award, be it resolved that the town of Carbonear award contract to Cougar Engineering for the sum of $1,600,000 $69,500, HST included, and then reduce the contract scope to bring the project within budget, subject to the receipt of approval to award from the Department of Municipal and Provincial Affairs. And I so do move.
And can we get a seconder for that? Second by Councillor Seymour. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded, motion passed. Councillor Snow can be called back.
And, Mr. Mayor, that's all I have.
Any questions for the Deputy Mayor? Thank you, sir. And we'll move on to 7B, Administration and Finance. Councillor O'Grady.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The minutes are in your Dropbox. Just a few, I got a few motions here with a few items to discuss as well.
What number is that in the Dropbox? I don't see that.
That is number 5. The motions are 5A.
Okay.
Yeah.
5A.
So for the, I guess we renewed our annual membership with the Federation of Canadian Municipalities. That's, you see that noted there. So the term, we're also renewing the terms of reference for the theatre board. The theatre board had drafted up, which we reviewed it in the Finance Committee, and so we had a few changes that we recommended from the Finance Committee. So we'll go back to the theatre board chair with that, and then when we will bring it forward to council for their review, hopefully by the next meeting. We also had a revision to our Respect for Workplace policy based on recommendations from the Provincial Department of Occupational Health and Safety. So that's been circulated, and if everybody's okay, we have a motion to adopt that revised policy. Whereas it was identified that the town's current Respect for Workplace policy does not address changes related to harassment in the provincial legislation, and whereas the town's policy is required to be in compliance with provincial legislation, be it resolved to adopt the Respect for Workplace policy and harassment prevention plan as prepared by legal counsel and distributed to council.
And can we get a seconder for that? Seconder by Councillor Snow. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Motion passed.
We're also reviewing the fire regulations. That's we got deferred that for some more discussion with the fire chief, and so again we'll bring that forward a little bit later. Also, the photocopier out here in the office, it's a 2011 model, and it's at its end of life. So we've a review was done to see if the release one or purchase one, and it was determined that the best deal through the approved supplier was for a purchase. So I have a motion for that as well. Whereas Rico Canada Inc. is an approved supplier with Canoe Procurement, be it resolved that the town of Carbonear purchase a Rico IMC 3500 LT multifunctional photocopier from Rico Canada Inc. for the price of $8,193.06 plus HST.
And can we get a seconder for that? Second by Councillor Noel. Discussion? All in favor? Contrary minded, motion passed. Councillor Noel.
The only other motion I had was regarding the salary scale for our Economic Development Tourism Officer. So we did review it, and so I guess I got a motion for that one as well. Whereas an internal review was completed for the salary of the position of Economic Development and Tourism Officer, and whereas the review identified that the current position for the salary was not competitive, be it resolved to let the salary for the position effective January 1, 2023, as recommended by the Administration and Finance Committee in the January 5th, 2023 committee meeting. So you can look at the minutes there and see the revisions.
And can we get a seconder for that? Second by Councillor Doyle. Discussion? All in favour?
Aye.
Contrary minded, motion passed.
And I think that's all I had to discuss at the current time, so if you haven't got any questions.
Any questions for Councillor O'Grady?
Yes, just one.
Turn your microphone on.
In your report there, you had the issue of the term of reference and that for the committee that we were going to.
For the locomotive?
For the locomotive?
Yeah, so we did have some discussion about that, so I think the CAO was going to, I guess, sit down with the committee and see, there's a lot of questions around the bank account and who's going to have access to things and how the fundraising will work, and
Yeah,
so
actually.
I think there's
think
going to
it
be
indi-
another meeting of the committee.
Well, actually, I think it specifies that the committee, there have to be a meeting of all of council, I think.
All of council?
Yeah,
Okay.
to,
that's right, yeah.
to have some discussion.
So there
and
were, like, we
identify
didn't
some of these
feel
things.
there was enough of us there to make any decisions on that,
Yes,
obviously,
okay.
so we need to get all council together and
And
And-
you know, like, I mean, it needs to happen, I mean,
Yeah.
a proper term of reference and one thing that it needs to happen. But,
yeah.
you know, like, we put a time frame on it, so it's important for us to start to move forward with it. Because I'll tell you, August don't be long coming. And, you know, like, if we're going to do this thing, and it looks like we are, you know, like, you want to give it all the due diligence that you could, and you need to make sure that we got ample time to succeed into the fundraising and one thing and another. So, I mean, that's just my take on it, Mr. Town Administrator.
So I don't know if you're prepared now that I don't know, like, if you want to do Monday at 3:30, get together and try to, have some discussion. I can point out what some of the issues are. I had some discussion with Municipal Affairs, and they pointed out some things for consideration as well, so we can
Yep.
have those discussions and see how to move forward.
I think it's very important that we have that meeting, you know, like ASAP, because we need to move forward.
16th?
Thank you.
Everyone okay with the 16th of
Yep.
January?
Fine by me. I'd like to get as many councillors here as possible, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's important, it's an important issue.
So this is a committee, this is a meeting of council, not committee.
Yeah, I know
Okay.
that.
Mr. Mayor,
Move it over a bit closer.
I'll have to try to change another important meeting that I have. If not, I'll just have to be vacant to some.
I don't have my plan book here, and like it's red flagging me. I got something, but that could be another day. So I'll let the CAO know in the morning when I get to work.
Again, I mean, if council wanted that was just the day that we've typically been using, but, it's entirely up to everybody.
It'll be one day next week, you know,
Okay, well, we can assume Monday, unless we hear from, like, if a lot, is not going to be able to do that, we'll have to, yeah. Okay,
That's fine, but
okay.
majority of us are hearing this. It's 3:45, you said?
That's what's being suggested, yeah.
Okay. So where are we to, who will give that report? Any other questions for Councillor O'Grady? Okay, thank you. Move on to number 8, report of CAO.
The report is listed as number 7 in your Dropbox. It's there for you to review. I don't think I need to repeat them. This is kind of a usual monthly thing. The budget's there and the actual comparison December to date. Now there are still invoices coming in that are being posted, but where we're into January, I just wanted to kind of give you just kind of a snapshot where we are. But even with other invoices that are coming in, as you can see, that we're well under 100% spent. So, and as you know, we did bring forward funds that we hadn't spent, so they are brought forward in our 2023 budget. So it's not lost. Projects that we had scheduled or funds that we had planned to spend that didn't get spent in 2022, the intent is to spend that in 2023 and move forward with whatever was budgeted at that time. So unless there's a specific question, you can review through them, and as you know, there's the detailed computer-generated reports attached also, which gives you the details of those expenditures.
Any questions for the CAO? Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
We'll move on to number 9, finances, operating invoices over $2,000. Councillor O'Grady.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The invoice list is in your Dropbox, number 8. Resolved to approve operating invoices over $2,000 in the amount of $143,686.50.
Can we get a seconder for that? Second by Councillor Noel. Discussion? All in favour? Contrary minded, motion passed.
And we have one capital invoice as well for paving 2022, Harbourside Transportation Consultants, invoice number 2641, in the amount of $12,678.75.
And can we get a seconder for that? Second by Councillor Doyle. And what was that for? I don't know. What area, I should say.
Maybe the director,
Make
I
sure
guess.
no one's in conflict, that's all.
Right, there's a number of streets.
That one's, I'd have to run it and get the list on that one. That's Southside Lower, Captain St. Osmond's. It's been a while since I even looked at that one. I have to go check.
Okay.
I do know that you identified them before.
Nobody did?
And nobody has?
But if you want to go, just to repeat it.
Probably wouldn't hurt, just to be
Yeah.
sure. It's not.
Yeah, I don't think there's any, we've approved this a few times. I don't think there's any conflict.
Yeah, and like I said, the individual councillors would probably remember more so if they did. But it doesn't hurt to double check. It'll only be a minute.
Yeah, I know. I thought we'd be out of here by 6, so that's okay.
Captain St. Osmond's Lane, Chapel Street, Lower Southside Road, and Saddle Hill. So Saddle Hill is up past Scarlet Ridge. Lower Southside Road is from High Road South to about Penny's Lane, or what's road there?
Okay, so I don't think there's anyone in conflict. Okay. Councillor O'Grady, go ahead.
That's it.
Oh, did you already read that out? Yeah, okay. And the second was by? Okay.
Mhm, Daniel, okay.
Discussion? All in favour?
Aye.
Contrary minded, motion passed. Okay, regulations for adoptions, none. Notice of motion, no business. Our next meeting would be 24th of January. Just want to remind everyone, this is our 75th anniversary for the town of Carbonear. A list of events will be posted in the upcoming weeks to see what's going on. And if anyone has any ideas of how to celebrate the 75th anniversary of the town of Carbonear, by all means let our EDTO know, and we'll make it one fantastic year.
also think we should send out get well wishes to our MHA who's recovering from surgery. He certainly does a lot for our area, and hopefully he's back on his feet and in the office before long. So.
Yep, we certainly will express our concern and our speedy recovery for MHA Crocker. Okay. Moved by Deputy Mayor Slade, seconded by Councillor Noel. All in favour? Meeting adjourned. Not bad.
He had been a bit quicker.